What goes up must come down. When there's a rise of a wave, it has to come down. Take it this way, the whole world is like a large, seamless pool. Like a pool of water, like in a swimming pool or an ocean, but without waves. It just. And when there's a little dip, a little movement, there's a fluctuation. If you throw a rock in a pool of water, yes, it will create waves and a little sunken part. But before there's a sunken part, there's actually, like a Shiva Linga, it rises up like, and then it goes down until, and then there's a ripple until it settles. Similarly, with our mind, it's like when you wake up early in the morning, regardless of the night. And then the wave starts because you think of something, or there's been dips. See, if you let's make an example. Say this is a container and somebody dips some part from it. What's going to happen? This is going to be deficient of the amount equal to this part. हैन? यहाँबाट केही निकाल्यो भने यहाँ यति जति निकालेछ त्यति त खाली हुन्छ नि. Similarly, if the world, Earth, is only this much, and we dip it out, so we're creating more and more buildings, So where is this all coming from? It's coming from the earth itself. So it's the rising lingas, you see Shiva lingas everywhere. It's the rising of the wave. It's like the wave rising. What goes up must come down like the waves. Similarly, a lot of people are stupid when they think they are becoming rich, they're gaining. But no, in order for somebody to get rich, somebody has to go poor. You understand? So you take a container, somebody's rising, which means this doesn't stay here. This is going down. My personal own example, okay? I lost some family members, and the plane owner now got insurance plane and started making more money, okay? But where is he making that money from? Somebody has to pay for it, right? And so when there was a rise of that guy, there are others dipping down, like myself, my other relatives, 18 people's relatives, There are like cases in India, if you go see, I know some of them, some family members' family, they have like really, they were the only engineer who, throughout generation, made sure one was an engineer, and when he died, the whole financial system collapsed for the whole family. Some are beggars right now. So this is the world. This is how samsara water pool works, And it is stupid for the gainer to think that they are gaining. Where are they gaining from? No, it's just the rise of the linga, And the wave, it'll come down. Eventually, it has to. Like our birth itself. Look, there was nothing, and we rise from this little tiny sperm and, egg, and then there's a rise, we become bigger. And look, I am so big now. And then this will slowly start going down. I become frail and then sink, And then slowly I collapse and go to this pool. So it's just the rising of the linga. There's a lingashtakam in Sanskrit, in Hinduism. What goes up must come down. Same thing with our emotions. Same thing with our, like, gain, loss, pain. If we say it, if it occurred, there's been a dip. When there's a dip, there's a rise to another side. My father didn't want to do lawsuit at all. When my elder brother was very prominent doctor in America, and so there were powerful lawyers who wanted to fight it out. My father didn't do anything. He just went into compassion mode, and he didn't sign any papers at all. Had he, there were lawyers from Florida who was gonna just rip them apart. These are lawyers who would give $100 million donation to the city they live in, So it's not about money, it's about oomph. Regardless, my father knew about this dip, and he's a tantric man, the rise and fall, and he was always calm and just paid attention to his duty, Got me up to the speed. Then I meet my guru, Trilocanath, the yin yang, black and white, If this occurred, then there's another occurrence. And in quantum physics, in space science, they have found in space there's like these sparks that come out, but they come in pairs always, and they fizzle out. There's a lot of stuff going on, but we are only concentrated on our human nature and the cyclic day-to-day eating, living, that we are so focused on that we forget how beautiful the entire world is. And that's where Hinduism, yoga, all this science, regardless of you are Giri, Natha, Acharya, Brahman, Kshatri, Shudra, regardless, there might be some rules, I don't know, technical stuff, but there's no discrimination. It's a large pool, and there's Shiva rising, Linga rising, and it will settle. So hunger could be desire, could be akanksha, as is hope. All these are dips. When there's a dip, there's a rise. When there's a rise, there's another dip. Always, always. If you think you're rich, there are a lot of, look at the history. There's been a lot of empires. There were like Roman emperors, who rule the world, and there's been decline also. So there's always the rise and fall, and that seems to be the nature of wave-like, this large samsaric pool. Perhaps it's a plasma. Om Namah Shivaya. I forgive you. You know whom I'm talking about. Om Ade.